TRUMPF is cutting ties with one of its manufacturing branches. We'll look at how this move is expected to align with the company's focus looking ahead. An American transportation giant is spending billions to boost its digital intelligence, the sensing and inspecting companies it's adding to the team, and an approach to improve how blood oxygen levels are gauged can avoid inaccurate readings for patients with darker skin tones. How this is all accomplished through a smartphone. These stories and more on Photonics Spectra Now. Photonics Spectra Now is brought to you by Thor Labs, pioneering photonics technologies to accelerate research and development. Visit thorlabs.com to learn more. Hi, and welcome to Photonics Spectra Now, covering your top headlines in the world of photonics. I'm Joe Kaczynski, a senior editor with Photonics Spectra. TRUMPF has signed an agreement to divest its metal additive manufacturing business, including both laser metal fusion and powder bed fusion technologies. Those assets will become part of Lenbach Equity Opportunities, a fund managed by a Munich-based private equity firm. Employees at the impacted sites will be transferred as part of the deal, and those locations will continue to use TRUMPF branding during the transition. This move highlights TRUMPF's focus on its industrial core business during a stretch of declining sales numbers and new orders. We don't often focus on the American transportation industry, but Wabtec is making headlines after spending more than $2 billion to acquire two photonics companies focused on sensing and inspecting. Last week, the company completed its $1.78 billion acquisition of Evidence Inspection Technologies division. And on Monday, Wabtec entered into an agreement to acquire Froscher Sensor Technology Group for nearly $800 million. Froscher specializes in sensors for train detection. The divested Inspection Technologies business specializes in remote visual inspection and optical metrology systems. Officials with Wabtec say these additions will strengthen its digital intelligence and advance its existing offerings. A new alloy could help NASA scientists find the next habitable planet beyond our solar system. To achieve a telescope stable enough to survey a planet's surface, at least 1,000 times more stable than the James Webb Telescope, researchers with Allvar worked with NASA to demonstrate how a material with negative thermal expansion characteristics can help get that done. While most metals expand in heat and contract in the cold, Allvar Alloy 30 does just the opposite. That means that this alloy could be strategically used to compensate for the expansion and contraction of other materials in the depths of space, creating a more stable telescope. Researchers from MIT and the University of Texas at Austin have created a chip-based 3D printer the size of a quarter. The tiny device uses light to cure and create, utilizing integrated and extremely efficient light modulators only about 20 microns in length. This device has no moving parts, but by steering light into a well of resin, it can create complex designs that could be used for jobs as simple as bicycle repair. It could also be used in more critical applications like creating medical components on the fly. Researchers claim it's the first chip-based 3D printer. And pulse oximetry readings help doctors obtain blood oxygen levels by measuring light absorption through your skin. But for people with darker skin tones, those measurements have not always been accurate. Now, a new imaging technique aims to correct that. These non-invasive systems can analyze how the skin absorbs red and infrared light to calculate blood oxygen. But if those systems only account for one skin pigmentation, others won't have accurate results. Now, a smartphone-based system from researchers at Brown University and Morgan State University objectively recognizes different skin tones and assigns a standardized color metric known as the individual typology angle. That information is joined with light readings in an algorithm that has been proven to provide more accurate results. And its smartphone availability means it could be brought just about anywhere. Have news you'd like to share or suggestions for our team? You can send any story tips, questions, or comments to video@photonics.com. Give us a like and click that subscribe button in the corner for all the latest videos from Photonics Media, and be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. Remember, you can always find more details on these stories and everything else happening in our industry by going to photonics.com. I'm Joe Kaczynski, and thanks for watching.